Welcome back, everyone. For the first time in weeks, One Valley Hospital now allowing patients to bring in one visitor. Starting today, Abrazo hospitals throughout the valley will now let patients who are either in the ER or having elective surgeries bring one visitor with them. Of course, they will have to follow some guidelines before they walk in. The CEO of Abrazo West Campus out in Goodyear, Christina O, is joining us live to explain a little bit more about this new policy. And Christina, you and I were talking just off the air a few seconds ago. This is company-wide, right? Abrazo throughout the valley?
Yes, it's all of our Abrazo hospitals.
And tell me how the policy works. What are some of the precautions that you're taking?
Sure. So we allow one designated visitor for ER patients or patients getting elective surgery. And the policy works by making sure, first of all, that we're safe as we're letting people in the building. So we screen all of our visitors. They will be required to go through a temperature screening. They'll be required to answer questions about symptoms as well as recent travel that would help us know if they're symptomatic for coronavirus. They'll be given hand sanitizer and a face mask. And we'll have a designated space for them to wait within the facilities. We've made sure that our waiting areas are configured so that they are waiting in a socially distant pattern. And we're also making sure that our environmental services teams are cleaning very frequently with those high touch points.
Tell me about your critical care, your ICU floors. What kind of restrictions are still in place at this point?
So we're maintaining our current policy that we've had in place since the beginning of coronavirus. And that is that there aren't visitors allowed on the inpatient units, including ICU or other areas, unless there is somebody that is at the end of life or a family that's celebrating the beginning of life.
And tell me about those two very emotional points in people's lives, birth and death. Tell me what kind of emotional toll your staff has been taking during this pandemic. I mean, they have been the virtual family members for many, many people side by side, right at their bedside at either birth or at death. Tell me about the emotional toll on your staff.
I'm glad that you asked. At the beginning of coronavirus, when we implemented our visitor restrictions, we realized that it's really important for our staff to start being the family when others have to stay away. And so we actually coined a hashtag be the family. But also it's important to note that when we have an end of life or beginning of life situation, we've empowered our staff to walk the line between is it safe and is it compassionate? And when those two things meet, then families can honor loved ones who are dying or who are being born.
Boy, compassion always wins out. Christina O, the CEO out at Abrazo West Campus. Thanks for joining us live here at 4 o'clock.
Thank you.